good, my YouTube followers and all YouTube followers alike? It is your girl Tanisha, aka She's a Model, and I'm here to give you some pointers and some tips that you should know about before getting your lock extensions. I just want to mention, if you guys liked how my video setup was in the beginning when I showed you my locks and my face, I actually used an old vintage camera on my 60 mark. And it came out phenomenal. I have a trip coming up next month, and I'm gonna bring this bad boy with me as well, in addition to my other lenses, just so I can have some fun. All right, anyways, let's get back to the topic at hand. So today I'm gonna give you some truths, some helpful tips, just so that you guys are aware of what you're getting into when you start your lock extensions. Okay, so I started my lock extensions with locks. Like, I already had locks. My locks were about this length, I can say. Now they're probably about this length. I have it up in like a pineapple bun. I did this cute little look. But yeah, so my locks were pretty much this length, so I did have some length to it. All right, this, I believe it should be the same as you starting your locks just from the root without no pre-existing locks. It should be the same thing that I'm gonna reiterate to you guys, what you guys need to know, what you guys need to do. All right, so first things first, if you're thinking about getting lock extensions, I'm gonna tell you this from now. It has been something on your mind. You've been contemplating it. You've been thinking about it, because before I did mine, there was a lot of times where I said, I'm not gonna do it. You know, this is something I don't wanna do. I'm just gonna let my hair grow out. I'm scared of how it's gonna look. I don't want it to look bad, and then I can't take them out. I just want to let you guys know, if you do put your lock extensions in, you can take them out. All right, that was something that I was so afraid of. Like, I was just thinking that it was gonna last in my hair forever and I won't be able to take it out, even though I plan to keep these in for a long time, mainly because they look phenomenal. They look very natural. They look so real. So I'm gonna plan to keep these in for a long time, if not forever. So yeah, just want to reiterate to you guys that you can take them out, so why not try it? All right, I think it's a great idea to try it, especially if you've been thinking about adding length to your locks or just getting locks in general, and you want that nice length to begin with. All right. Okay, guys, second thing that I feel like you need to know about, all right, I just want to let you guys know, when you have lock extensions, I really want to let you guys know it's going to take more maintenance. Okay, you're gonna have to redo them sometimes, because yes, you're gonna have one or two falling out. All right, it's not gonna be a smooth sailing thing. It doesn't even matter who does it, because eventually you're gonna have some loose locks coming apart, so you're gonna have to know how to upkeep with maintenance. If you look at my old video, I'm showing you guys a tutorial on how to do the lock extensions on your own. I did the lock extensions on my own, so you don't have to keep constantly going to a loctician. If you did go to one prior to putting them on, if you're kind of a little bit scared to do it. But I do have a video, like I mentioned, on how to do it from beginning to end with pre-existing locks. So if you don't have locks in your hair and you go to a loctician and your locks is falling out, you can use that same method. Or if you have length to your locks already and you want to add it, if it falls out, you can do that same method, so you don't have to keep spending money and going to a loctician. All right, because it can get pretty pricey. You know, you have to maintain these locks because they are going to fall out sometimes. The way I did mine, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I made sure that they are very tight. They are not falling out. Okay, I ended up buying some more because I didn't do all my locks, and when I did all my locks, when I tell you I got the routine down packed, it was down packed, so I didn't have any issue. I don't have any issue with them falling out. I'm able to dye it. I'm able to do so many good things with my lock extension. I want to let you guys know that you need, okay, this is very serious, you guys, you really need to keep your hair wrapped, okay? And this is why I say this, all right? When you have longer hair, it all depends on what color your hair is, but either or, you're gonna be more susceptible to lint. You know what I mean? You're gonna be more susceptible to your hair falling off. So you have to keep it protected. I like to actually braid my hair. So I braid it at night so that my hair comes out when I wake up in the morning nice and curly. It looks so good, y'all, all right? I'm just so pleased with the way that I did my Locs extensions. So I'm gonna go in with that now. So another thing that I want you guys to know is the technique matters, and the Locs method that you use matters, okay? You do not want to have stiff locks put in your hair, because I promise you're gonna regret it. You are not gonna love it, even if it's natural and it's stiff. My suggestion, this is what I did. My suggestion is to either have someone make the locks for you that is nice and natural and not stiff, instead of buying the pre-existing locks, all right? Like the ones that are already well made and then just stiff. Like, the method that I used is the most phenomenal method. I have a little like balls of hair, so it's a ball of hair and it's so easy. All you gotta do is palm roll it, and then you put it in your hair, and then you use an interlocking needle and you just needle it in, and it knots naturally. All right, it knots naturally, and over time it knots more, just like your natural hair does. So my thing is, you have to know what method you are using when you are applying these extensions, because you want to make sure that they look good, okay, child? You just don't want them to be stiff. All right, because you're gonna regret it, and then you're gonna be taking it out the next day. Another thing that I want to let you guys know, that you are going to have to be doing your hair less. So when I say doing your hair less, I mean you don't want to put too much tension in the roots. As you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can actually see, I just did the front. I've had my hair not done for a minute, all right? I am doing it less, because if you do it a lot, you're going to see thinning of your roots. So you want to make sure that your roots match the lock, okay? So you're gonna have to stop doing your hair so much, and you're gonna let it just knot out. You want it to knot out so that it blends in better with the Loc extensions, all right? You don't want to constantly keep twisting your hair, twisting your hair, twisting your hair, because it's gonna be thinned out, and then you're gonna be susceptible to losing hair, okay? Because you're actually twisting it, and then the locks are too strong for your hair. Alright, so another thing I want to mention to you guys as well too, before you do your Loc extensions, make sure, you guys, please make sure that the locks match the Loc extension that you're doing. Say if you have one lock, just make sure it's even to your locks, your natural locks. All right, this is for my girlies that already have locks, okay? You don't want to have a big bulgy lock on the end and then you have locks that are thin. You know, you just want to make sure that it's even out. You don't want to have sister locks on the top and then big bulgy locks on the bottom. No, you want to make sure that you get the right, I think it's CM or something like that, if you're getting the pre-existing locks. But like I said, if you're palm rolling the ball of hair, it's so much easier because you're able to tailor the size to your liking. Even if you don't feel comfortable doing it on your own, buy this product. I'm gonna leave it in my description below, and check out my other video. Ask your loctician if she's able to do this method, and I promise you, your hair will be looking like mine, natural, real, just natural. All right, it just looked like your hair grew overnight. I just want to make sure you guys know that, just so you guys can make sure that your hair is good and beautiful and flowy. All right, you're gonna want to moisturize your hair, okay? You want to moisturize your hair. You want to make sure it's nice and moisturized. Also, right after you do your Loc extensions, me personally, I want to dye them just so that the color blends completely in with your hair, okay? You can get the same color, but like I said, if you want it to look like just natural, my best bet for you is to just dye your hair, whether you have it the color of your tips, dye the tips over, whether you have the color black, dye it black. Now I know a lot of my loc girlies don't dye their hair, so this is an optional tip, but I'm saying if you really want the color to look good and blended in with your hair, it's important to dye it. It's important to keep it dyed, all right? Yes, so another thing that I want to mention is you cannot be doing a lot of styles to your hair, all right? You are going to thin out the loc bed and it's not going to be nice. It's not going to be pretty, especially in the beginning stages when you first get your loc extensions. You don't really want to do that too much because you're going to be susceptible to it pulling out. You want to treat it like your starter locks. You know, when you have starter locks, a lot of people don't mention this. You want to treat it like your starter locks because it has to knot and intertwine into your hair, all right? So you want to make sure it's nice and intertwined. Make sure you check out my video so you guys can see the method that I did, because as you can see, mine are not stiff at all, okay? And that is what I love the most about it. All right, you guys, so that concludes my little tips, tricks, things that you need to know before you start your loc extension journey. I just want to let you guys know, even if you do decide to start a loc extension journey, make sure you use these tips so that you don't have stiff locks, because you don't want stiff locks, so that you don't have excessive pulling of the hair, so that you don't have excessive falling out of the locks. I promise you, I don't have any issues. I think I've had my locks in for about a month, and I just recently added my full head like 2 weeks ago, and you guys, I freaking love it. Don't hesitate to do your loc extensions. I personally, the way and the method that I did it, I do not regret it one bit. These are gonna last forever, so I'm very thankful. So thank you guys so much. Please make sure you hit that like button, comment, and let me know how you're gonna do your loc method if this was helpful to you. All right, make sure you guys write these tips down. I promise you, if you abide by these tips that I'm telling you, you are going to love your locks. Okay, you're not gonna have any stiff locks, and this is your sign, girl. If you see this video, this is your sign to do them locks, all right? And you could probably do it yourself too, but if you don't want to, you can always go to a loctician, all right? My cat's meowing, you guys. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe to my channel, because I got so much more in store. I am not just a loc channel. I have other things in store, but I do want to bring my loc girlies in the in the group chat. So yeah, you guys, thank you guys again so much. I hope you guys are having a blessed day or night whenever you're watching this. All right, thank you guys. One love, peace.